Yes, it's a good tobacco, isn't it?
It costs me $20 a day. I hear them say it.
Well, I never smoked it, so I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Well, I haven't had any dealings with it. Marijuana? Marijuana? It's very nice.
I think there are certain critical points in human history where the change from one generation to another is not merely a quantitative but a qualitative change. And I think just such a jump has occurred perhaps in the year 1200 and the year 1700 is occurring now. There is a radical change in lifestyle, in values and so forth, which is going on now, and marijuana is one of the signs or symbols of it.
What is that? Oh, cricket. Oh, what? Cricket, maybe? I don't know what they are. Look at it. Hello. Yeah. Look at it. Young lady. All right, go ahead. We'll take you. What? No, you gotta go to the
It doesn't mean as much to them because they recognize that the law is unjust. And they're in such a state of social unrest right now anyhow that what is marijuana compared to all of the other problems? They are going to turn on and they don't care whether they get caught at it really or not.
They're a despicable bunch, actually. They're, as we find, as a result of our investigations, dirty, despicable, crummy individuals that, you'd think they never took a bath.
People say grass is something that sort of is a social thing and brings people together.
Biggest effect of pot is that all the peripheral things kind of drop away, and I've become very interested in my own sensations and my own perceptions about things, like the bubbles in glass that I kept breaking. They were just beautiful as far as I was concerned, you know, and I paid much more attention to them than I would ordinarily.
First I feel right, and then I feel so much into what I'm doing that I just don't feel that I can explain it at all. It just doesn't seem to make any sense when I try to put it in words.
It's a very serious crime, more serious than ever before, to traffic in any way in marijuana drugs. And one can be sentenced up to 15 years in jail for the mere transfer or giving away of a marijuana cigarette.
I think there's a kind of a total lifestyle that students have adopted recently, which, into which somehow marijuana fits.
It's not addictive, and it's not a hang-up, and it would be really groovy if everybody smoked it.
Well, what would happen, you think, if everybody smoked it?
It would just be so beautiful. It would be much easier.
Much easier in what way?
The communication. Like, it would be much easier to communicate with everybody.
Do you smoke?
Yeah.
Everyone knows hippies are high and smoke marijuana. But you don't need beads and long hair to turn on.
From the minute a kid first lights up a marijuana cigarette and smokes it, he becomes a felon in the United States. He commits a crime of extraordinary seriousness that can put him in jail for 3 or 4 years.
They're getting records because when they have a rap sheet, it doesn't show an arrest for marijuana, it shows an arrest for narcotics that they have to live with the rest of their lives.
I think that he should have been punished. It is against the law. There's no doubt about that. There's a law that says you can't have anything to do with it. And if they had put him away for 6 months or 9 months, I would have thought that he'd been treated fairly. But when they gave him the sentence they did, 2 5 to 10 year sentences, there's people that shoot people don't get that much.
What we have now is one of the great cultural revolutions. We live in an age where the total definition of what it means to be a good human being is in the process of radical change.
Although the weight of the evidence thus far indicates marijuana probably is no more harmful than alcohol, and maybe even less so, medical science is not yet ready to return a final verdict. But society has, labeling marijuana a killer drug, a doorway to sin, and a corrupter of youth. In many states, it is a crime just to be in a room where marijuana is kept.
My own sense of the situation is that whatever society does in terms of laws and rules and regulations, students will need marijuana. And what the society constituted by parents is doing, in effect, when it bans marijuana, is to denominate certain people as criminals by that very gesture, and to make their own children criminals in the society, I think does more harm to the society itself than to the young people involved, that is, to the adult society.